Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. Shout out to Drew Nation, the Galactic Family, and the GCVs. Let's get right into it. They thought they were bigger than you. Turned out they weren't, and had to learn the hard way, all because of their ego. This person thought they were bigger than you, and they might have actually even been bigger than you. And if they were bigger than you, that's not a problem. It wasn't a problem for you until they got too big headed. It's not a problem with someone being bigger than you. It's not a problem with someone being better than you. But when they start looking down on you because they may be ahead of you, they start looking down on you because of their position. Maybe they have more than you. Maybe they're farther along than you. Then it becomes a problem. They start to brag. They start to get boastful. They start to get too prideful. And there's nothing wrong with boasting as long as it's done correctly. There's nothing wrong with bragging as long as it's done correctly. And there's nothing wrong with a little pride as long as it doesn't get out of hand to where someone is trying to make you feel like you're not accomplishing as much as them. And because of that, you're not better than them or as good as them. They tried to look down on you. And little did they know that was going to get their position swept right from underneath their feet. The Lord gives and the Lord taketh away. It's okay to feel good about your accomplishments and the things you do, but it's not wise to go rub them in someone's face. It's not wise to look down on people and allow your ego to get the best of you. It's nothing even wrong with having an ego. But when it makes you see yourself as better than others for the simple fact of you just accomplishing something or doing something, that's when it becomes a problem. It's okay to be as great as you want to be in this world, but you don't let it separate you from other people just because there's something that you can do or something that you're good at or something that you're really great at. Because people tend to not appreciate those kinds of people, and people tend to end up looking down on you because you're looking down on them. And it's just it makes your energy not bad. I mean, it makes your energy not good, and it doesn't allow people to see and view you as the hero that you really are. All right. And this person is no longer viewed as a hero by you. They made it weird. At one point, you maybe have looked up to this person. At one point, you thought it was great to know this person. But some people, they let things go to their head. And it's like, because you were the one to give them some validation or some gratification or some appreciation, now they want to stick their nose up in the air and think that they're better. And the only reason, honestly, they may think that they're better is because you may have given them some type of energy that they never got from someone before. When you applaud people, when you appreciate people, it's different. It's different than the average person because you actually believe in yourself and people actually see you going far. And you have a certain amount of strength and a certain amount of awareness when it comes to yourself and the things that you can do. So it's like you're shooting basketball out in the park and Michael Jordan walks past and it's like, yo, keep it up. They didn't know how to handle that when you told them good job or when you told them that you liked what they were doing. They didn't know how to handle that. They didn't know how to take that. And they let it get to their head. And because they may have been ahead of you or farther than you or have done more than you up to this point, now they're feeling like they're better than you, and it's causing things to be weird. It's causing things to not be as cool between you and this person as they once were. They thought they were bigger than you, and it turned out they weren't. All right. It turned out that you were the bigger person because of how you handled the situation and how much grace you actually have when it comes to you being successful. All right. You are very humble in the right way, not humble in the wrong way of putting yourself down, not acknowledging your own skills and things of that nature, but you don't allow the things that you're good at, your skills, talents, gifts, you don't let those things get to your head. They don't make you any better or any different than anybody else. And anybody who feels that way, it's nothing, no serious damage done. They just need a reality check. And you gave this person a reality check by your actions, by the energy that you gave them. Now, unfortunately, since they thought they were bigger than you, all right, you had to withdraw. You had to fall back. Okay. All right. I see it's going to you can't handle this. You can't handle this. All right. You can't handle praise when it comes from certain people. And that's cool, I understand. But to avoid any more unnecessary weird treatment from you to me because I don't like how it feels to be looked down upon by you, I'm gonna fall back. I'm still gonna appreciate you. I'm still gonna congratulate you. I'm still going to want to see you win. But I gotta fall back with it. I gotta do it from a distance. I can't I can't appreciate you and applaud you like I did before. I gotta give you little small doses of appreciation. I gotta give you a little ounce. All right, little I gotta dole it out in measurements how I feel about your greatness. You know, it's not taken away from the fact that you're great. It's not taken away from the fact that you do amazing things. It's just that if I have to be around you and we have to be present amongst each other, I'm not going to be the one who's looked down on by anybody. All right, especially you, my friend. So it just is what it is. You're not going to have anybody look down on you. You're not going to have anybody treat you like you're less than because they may be ahead. And that's cool that they're ahead. That's a good thing that they're ahead. But for someone to project it onto you like you're not doing enough because they've reached a certain level, that's where you just got to be like, oh, okay, this person does this may be the first time that this person ever heard good job. All right, maybe this person's background is one where they come from an area where, you know, people may ignore them or people may not acknowledge them, or maybe they didn't get a lot of validation when it came to the good things that they achieved and accomplished, you know. Or maybe it could be the other way around. Maybe they could just be full blown narcissistic and they're used to getting a certain amount of praise from people, and that's what they do when they get praise from people. They don't take it in a humble way, and that's okay. They don't have to take that praise humbly. They don't have to humbly take that praise. They can do with it what they want. It's just that when people act like that towards you, you now know to keep most of that to yourself. You know not to be like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna tell this person how good they're doing, and I'm going to make sure this person knows they're doing a good job, kind of thing. I'm going to tell them how I feel about their success and what they've accomplished and what they're doing. It's good to be able to do that with people, but it since it's not going to feel right to you and it's going to feel like cringy to you to have to do that to someone who then looks down on you afterwards, someone who turns their nose up to you afterwards. It's like, okay, well, I'll just keep it to myself from this point on. You know, I and good luck with everything. but you just won't be giving them the same amount of praise like you previously did, because you see that they don't know how to handle it. This person's ego is out of control, and they haven't checked it. They haven't had a reality check yet. And you have to give them one just by drawing back. You draw back the praise, you draw back the good jobs, It's not that you don't not ever tell them, or if they do good, it's not that you don't want to be like, yo, good job. It's just that you're not going to let them look down on you. And there's always going to be people that are ahead of you. There's always going to be people that are doing better than you, but it just becomes no good for you. And you don't want to have to feel like somebody is looking down on you, because that's just not good for you. And that's not good for your confidence. That's not good for how you want to feel. And it's not the thing to do to another person. So if that's how they're going to look at it, then not that it would really affect your confidence like that. It's just that it's the energy is no good. It's weird. It's awkward. It's cringy. You're just not that kind of person, and you just don't want anything to do with it, because it's just not good. The vibes are off, and it's nothing that you want to be a part of. And I completely understand. No one wants anyone looking down on them. No one wants anyone looking at them any different. All right, especially if you're working on your way up. All right, no one wants to have somebody all up in their face, um, making it seem like you're not doing enough, or making it seem like you're not where you're supposed to be. All right, no one wants that. You want to be able to focus on what it is you're doing. All right, you want to not have any like spells being done or anything like that. Like that's kind of like some magic type stuff, and some dark magic at that, when someone wants to belittle what you're doing because they have something else. And nobody wants anyone rubbing anything in their face like, yo, I have this, I've got that, I have this. That's cool that you have that, but you don't need to rub it in someone's face to try to make them feel like they shouldn't be as motivated, or they're not supposed to be as motivated because they haven't gotten there yet. Everybody is going to get to where they're going to get at the right time. Now, if they would just allow it to be normal and just allow you to be motivated by it, that's one thing. You obviously see that this person is doing good things. You obviously see that this person is getting ahead. All right, you're not hating on this person. You want to see them win. But when people, it's how you do things, and when people do things a certain way, it just, like, someone that's real is not going to want to be a part of that, because you can see through what people are doing when it comes to you. And it may put a little smirk on your face like I have right now, but after a while that little smirk might turn into some agitation. That little smirk may turn into like, yo, what's up with this dude, man? What's up with this person? Like, what's wrong with them? I'm just trying to do me. Like, why? Like, sooner or later they're going to keep coming back to you for that type of validation. They're going to keep coming back and trying to get that good job, or this congratulations and stuff like that. And it's like, you don't have to keep congratulating people. You don't have to keep letting people know that they're doing something phenomenal. You don't have to keep letting people know that. But it's because it's you. It's because they get to see you, the person that's eventually going to do all the things that you're going to do with your life. They get to hear from you. And a lot of people will want to hear those things from you, but you have to be careful on who you congratulate, because not everybody's going to know how to handle it. Not everyone is going to know how to take it. Some people is going to go to their head. They're going to start being egotistical. They're going to start thinking that they're better than you. They're better than other people. If that's the type of person this is, be careful when it comes to giving out um, giving out congratulations and things like that. You just got to be wise, and you're not being a hater. All right, you're not being a hater. You're just wise enough to see that certain people act a certain way when they're told certain things, and for you to have the best experience around certain people because of how they act. You have to act accordingly. All right, it's certain things that you're not going to want to do around certain people because afterwards you may have created a monster, or you may have to deal with this person and them not being able to handle what you said to them. All right, even if it was good, even if it was good, they may not be able to handle it. So, they thought they were bigger than you. All right, they thought they were bigger than you, and if that's what they want to do, that's okay. You're just not going to constantly keep acknowledging it. Like, why would you put yourself down to pick somebody else up? That's like reverse self work. You don't want to reverse the work you've done on yourself just to for the sake of somebody else. And that's people pleasing. You don't have to please people. That's like someone with a nice outfit, and you see them one day and you're like, yo, nice outfit. And then every day they put on some clothes and they are coming past you, trying to get your attention, trying to get you to notice them, trying to get you to see them. A lot of people who seek attention have this kind of behavior, and you don't want to set yourself up to have someone constantly keep seeking your attention, someone that keep constantly trying to get your admiration, attention, and validation, and all those things. All right, because a lot of that you have to keep it for yourself. You got to save it for yourself. You have to feel good too. And a lot of people who do this, they don't say these kinds of things to themselves. They don't work their own mind that way, and they look for other people to do it for them. And since you're not getting paid to do that, you're not going to do that. You're not going to give credit where credit is not due, especially if you've already given credit a few times already and this person is running out of credit. All right, this person is on credit. All right, you don't have anything else to give this person, and you don't have to. You don't have to give this person anything. You never even had to say anything to begin with. It's just out the kindness of your heart, and because you're a real person and you probably appreciate what they're doing. Maybe they got some nice style, or maybe they sing real well, or whatever it is that they do. It's not that you don't want them to be successful. It's just that you have your own self to motivate. You have your own self that you want to see successful. All right. And unfortunately, some people end up thinking that they're bigger than you. And if that's what they want to think, that's okay. But it only should be in a competitive level, but still friendly competition at the end of the day. All right, never to where it becomes something to where a person is forcing you or trying to like make you give them credit in a way or make you appreciate them. No one can make you do anything, especially if it's something that you don't want to do. And don't give in to the pressure. All right, people, it's like a boss at a job or something, or it's like the understudy of the boss or something. And it's like people will kiss butt. You know what I'm saying? Oh, great job, so and so. Everybody claps it up for so and so. Like, yo, no, 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 no. You don't have to do that. All right. You be the one person that doesn't clap. You don't have to keep doing that for people. You don't have to keep applauding people. You don't have to keep praising people. All right, it's always that one person that everyone praises, and then you find out like, oh, okay, this person's feeding off that. This person can't go just be successful and be great. They have to constantly have someone keep telling them, oh, you're great, you're amazing, and you have to, that's why you have to be careful with that, because people will keep coming back to you. All right, it's like feeding it's like feeding an animal and then expecting it to not keep returning. It's like those videos on YouTube where people will have deer feed, and then the deers keep coming back. Like you're accomplished, you're accomplished, all right, we're gonna get this right. Your compliments, all right, to their accomplishments, it's like catnip for a cat. It's like deer feed for a deer. It's like fish for a bear. All right. It's like food for an animal that you leave out. All right. It's like trash for a raccoon. All right. They're going to like not trash, but you get what I'm saying? It's like when you take your trash out, you always might end up see like a little hole in your trash can. It's because like the squirrel or the raccoon or whatever, something was hungry. All right. And that something is their need for validation. They're hungry for validation. So you have to be careful. All right. Once you give certain people a compliment, they may keep coming back. So if you notice that this is the type, and you may do it on accident, but when you notice that that's the type of person, don't keep doing it. You don't have to feel pressure, because that's going to drain, eventually that's going to drain you of your energy. If you've ever been, if you've ever unfortunately been in a situation to where you didn't know you were being a people pleaser, but you were just in a situation to where you were people pleasing until you became aware and you were like, oh, okay, that's what this is. I gotta stop that. We gotta put an end to this. I don't have to please anybody. I don't have to give anybody anything that I don't want to. All right. So if you were in this type of situation or are in this type of situation, you have the power to end it. You have the power to stop it. Even if the person is just standing in front of you looking crazy, expecting you to say anything, and you're not going to say anything anymore, because that becomes energy draining, and you need your energy for yourself, to feel good about you, to validate you, to make yourself feel good. You're, if they're, especially if they're not reciprocating it. And it's not that they have to, but you're just not going to keep giving it free energy, free, like you're not just going to keep doing that. Nobody does that. All right. And that's what people pleasing is. You don't have to please anybody. All right. So please you. You don't have to make anybody feel. It's okay to make people feel good, but if you see they get egotistical about it and it goes to their head and they don't know how to handle it, you're supposed to stop, because you are creating a monster. You're feeding somebody's narcissistic personality, and that's not what you're supposed to do. If somebody is doing something and you want to say good job or whatever, hey, that's cool. If the person knows how to take it, they just take it and keep it moving, and they're not all up in your face the next day looking for you or waiting for you or uh, um, creating weird instances for y'all to run into each other and stuff. Like, yo, this person is creating a scene. This person is creating a commotion. It's like that person with it's like somebody with anything, and now you see them once, you say something once, and now they're rubbing it in your face. It's like, yo, that's unnecessary. This person now thinks they're bigger than you. This person now thinks they're better than you. They think you're supposed to comment, and they think you're supposed to constantly just compliment them and do all these things, and that's not what you have to do. All right, you don't have to do that. Don't let the people who are narcissistic with their little like weird instances of trying to put them in front of you and all these things. You don't have to feel pressured to say anything. All right, some people are feeling like they might need to say anything, or some people might be breaking out of a people pleaser stage or something like that, and that's cool. But what you have to realize is you don't have to say anything to anybody. You don't have to please anybody. All right, there's nothing that you have to open your mouth up and say. All right, some people, and when it comes to you, some people, they like getting compliments from you and things like that. Some people like hearing these things from you, and once they get it and they see how it feels, it's like, yo, become addicted to it. And it's like, you don't have to keep giving that out. You don't. All right, it may sound cruel, but it is what it is. You don't have to keep giving that out. All right, especially if they're unworthy of it and they don't deserve it, and it's just for a vain purpose. Okay, you look good today. Okay, this that today. If you genuinely want to say that, that's cool. All right, if it's genuine, if it's not forced, if the person is just minding their business, you just happen to see them, it's just a passing by kind of thing or something you just noticed, that's different. All right, that's different. It's different when you see someone out there just minding their business, wiping off their ride, or enjoying something that they're doing, or enjoying something that they have, or something that they got, or something that they are. That's different. It's like, oh, okay, wow, I see that. Wow, that's nice. But when they put it in your face, all right, and expect you to say something, that's just weird. At that point, this person is looking down on you. They think they're better than you. They feel because something that they have or are, or that they can do, you're supposed to say something, and that's not true. That's not possible. All right, you would drain yourself, and you wouldn't have anything left for you. And on top of it, you would start comparing yourself to this person, and this person is comparing themselves to you, and they're trying to find areas between you and them where it seems like they may be doing better, and trying to get you to compliment on it because they need a win, especially when they're around you. All right. And you don't have to give them that, and don't give them that, because if you do, you're giving away your energy to win. because you're already winning and you're already succeeding, and don't do it because you don't have to. All right. So, they thought they were bigger than you, turned out they weren't, and they had to learn the hard way. You you have to let people learn the hard way that because of this or because of that, you're no different than me. And neither of us are any better than the other one. I'm not any better than you. You're not any better than me. All right. Only way you compliment that someone is doing better is if it's something that you just have to accept. Or if it's something that you're dealing with, like, okay, this person is better, I can accept that. Now let me step my game up and do what I need to do. Or if somebody is actually better than you and they're trying to show you something and it's something that you need to learn, you don't want to be egotistical yourself and like, oh, I'm better than them. They can't show me anything. I can't. I don't have to learn it. No, 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 no. All right, you chasing your own bag away. All right, your bag of money is just like pew. All right, so somebody's better than you, accept it, but for the right reasons, not for a vain purpose. If somebody's better than you and they're showing you something and it's something you're supposed to learn, acknowledge that. This person is better than me in this area. And that still doesn't mean they're better than you in life. You can still, to avoid jealousy or anything like that, you can compare yourself to them in a positive way. You acknowledge the good thing that they have or they're good at or what they can do, but you also not you don't acknowledge the things that you are good at as well, just because someone can do some good things and is possibly ahead of you. All right, that will drain your energy. You're putting down yourself, you're beating yourself up when you acknowledge the things in others but you don't acknowledge the things in yourself. And subconsciously, that's what the people who are doing, who are seeking your validation, and that's why they need a compliment from you in some kind of way, because they're looking at you beating themselves up and they're trying to make up for it with things, style, you seeing them, you paying attention to them, you noticing them, things like that. All right, so if someone is better than you, it's cool to acknowledge that if they're helping you with something, or if it's for the purposes of you wanting to help yourself and up your game. All right, if you want to up your game, if you're looking at someone, that's the only time that you compare yourself. All right, wow, certain areas of my life I can improve, I should improve in. Certain areas of my life I need to improve in. This is a good person to judge that off of. They seem to be, doing pretty well. They seem to be getting ahead in life. I like what it is they're doing. And on top of that, if what they're doing makes you feel some kind of way, don't look at it as jealousy. All right, self-regulate, deal with it. All right, okay, accept that this person may have some things that you want. This person may be in a place in life that you wouldn't want to be, and the reason why you're angry is because you're mad at yourself and not them. You have some anger and some resentment towards you because you're not there yet, and maybe you haven't been working towards getting there. Maybe you've been, chilling. All right, not that you're lazy or anything. Maybe you've been putting some things off. Maybe you've been making other things more important than the where you want to go or where you feel you should be. And when you see other people in certain areas and you do get mad, that's your mind trying to communicate to you that this is where we're supposed to be. And that's how you self-regulate with those feelings of somebody being ahead of you, and you possibly feeling some type of way about that. And if it's somewhere where you want to be, you should and embrace it, because you have the ability to get there. All right, and all the success that anybody else has is possible for you. You just as successful as other people are, you can be successful like that too. And you use that anger and uh, that mad feeling to motivate you, and you turn it into energy to work and to get to where you want to get. You turn it into motivation. You don't turn it into hating. All right, you don't turn it into I gotta go buy these clothes, or I gotta go look like this person, or I gotta outdo this person, or I gotta be better than this person, or I gotta do something for them to compliment me, or like no, 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 no. That's how people end up trying to look rich instead of being rich, and trying to look successful instead of being successful, and trying to look like they're getting somewhere instead of actually getting nowhere and going nowhere fast. All right, so they thought they were bigger than you. Turned out they weren't. And they had to learn the hard way because you fell back. You realized that you were supposed to keep that energy for yourself, keep those compliments for yourself. All right. Because this person is seeking them out. This person is constantly creating weird instances for you to have to acknowledge them or recognize them or see them in a better light than yourself. And you're not supposed to recognize anybody in a better light than yourself, except for the examples that I gave in this video, if they're helping you or if you're measuring your success to become more successful. All right. So I'd like to thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace, love, and light. It's been another DrewTube special. Shout out to the chosen vessels. We out of here.